Since Candace Owens refuses to seek psychological evaluation for her very weird, kind of scary obsession with Erica Kirk and Turning Point, let's expel some of the latest rumors about the UGA event that I was actually at. Candace, of course, was not. First and foremost, there's some missing context here. Candace is trying to frame this as Turning Point could not sell enough tickets. Turning Point wasn't selling tickets. This was a completely free event, and where else would an organization be giving out connections to the Vice President of the United States entirely for free because they care about the youth being involved in politics? I just think that Candace trying to detract from that is disgusting to begin with. Moving on from there, another thing that of course Candace did not include or know about is that not the entire arena was available for the public to sit in. There were only specific areas that were being handed out, and that was done for security purposes as this event was heavily threatened. There were protesters all over, including one who was able to get inside. There was also one who was able to get inside back in DC, and I could tell you as somebody who was also at that one, the pure look of horror on Erica's face when a random man stood up and started screaming belligerently. Nobody knew who this man was. Nobody knew what he was doing. Nobody knew if he was dangerous. It was absolutely terrible, and that happened again at UGA, so this was a major problem. So when you are seeing photos of parts of an empty arena, that was done on purpose in order to have crowd control. In fact, I personally know people that had wanted to attend the event that got told no because it was already too full for the areas we were allowed to be sitting in. Of course, Candace doesn't know that, or maybe she does, and she's still lying to try to distort it. The next part of this is people going after Erica for saying that she was too afraid to show up because she was being so heavily threatened. I want people to understand how severe of PTSD this woman has. She watched her husband publicly get executed, so no, it's not going to be the same feelings for her versus somebody like JD Vance. And I also think that it's very funny and hypocritical of Candace Owens to be saying this. When asked why she didn't go to Charlie Kirk's memorial, she said that she was fearful for her life. Trump was there, JD Vance was there, Trump's entire administration was there, but Candace was too afraid to go. But now when Erica says she's too scared to show up somewhere, now that's a problem. Yeah, okay, I'm glad to see you keeping the same standard. This is an absolutely disgusting thing for Candace to be doing, but I'm honestly not surprised. I've seen her lie firsthand about some of my best friends. I've seen her lie about situations that my friends were in, for example, the Hamptons house. Of course, she never recounted her statements after everyone there proved that she was lying about it. Anybody who takes her seriously at this point, let me just remind you, she's shown no evidence for anything. All she does is lie, and all she does is project her own feelings of Charlie onto the rest of the world, and it's a really disgusting thing to do, trying to tear down his legacy.